Welcome back to another video about your crazy idea to buy a brand new condo without ever seeing it in person. Buying a pre-sale condo is something that has been more common over the last 10 years, and it's something that you should be aware of because it is a valid investment at times. But there's 5 things that you should do before you even start looking at a pre-sale project. The first thing you should do is start the conversation with a mortgage broker or a bank regarding what is your financial position. You need to know exactly how much you can get approved for today, because even though you're not paying the mortgage for 2 to 3 years, you can't just go into it blind and hope that everything works out. After that, you maybe want to narrow down some locations. Specific locations are key. So I like to look at areas where there is some pre-sales, but not an oversaturated amount, because then you're not the first or second pre-sale that's going up in that area. So there's less risk for you that way. And then on the back end, you're not one of 20 that has been going up in that area. So you have a little bit more exclusivity when you're purchasing, when you're renting, when you're reselling. You also don't want to focus on the starting price of some of these projects, because most of the time there's only a few units with this starting price. And once those sell out, you're stuck with the rest. You want to focus on the value that this project offers, and usually you can calculate that with the location, which we've talked about, and also with the price per square foot. The price per square foot will help you determine whether it's a good deal for that area based on what other pre-sales are selling for and what resale homes are selling for. After you have the price per square foot, you want to figure out what is going on with this builder, because the builder is the one who's taking care of building your unit and the apartment and the whole project. So you want to look into any of their past history, if they've had failed projects, if they have bad reviews, and because you can't see this finished product, maybe try to visit some of their finished product that they might have built in the past, so you can get a gauge of the quality to expect when you're buying in their new project. And lastly, when you look at a pre-sale project, there's a list of upgrades that is included, and there's a list of upgrades that you have to pay for. Sometimes with incentives, they include a large portion of those upgrades, but make sure you add it all up, because sometimes you're paying extra for a locker or a parking spot, and that ultimately will increase the price of the overall unit. And you need to factor that price into the total price per square foot if you're going to compare this project to the neighboring project, which maybe doesn't have those inclusions, but the price is lower. Doing thorough research is super important, because with pre-sales there is risk, and most realtors will have the due diligence to give you that insight, but a lot of the time you have to rely on yourself. The clients that I work with, I make sure that the project is vetted before we even decide to look at it. So if you're looking for projects in the area that are on my list of vetted projects that have already passed this test, let me know. Fill your information below, and then I can get all that to you, and you can decide if that's a better project than whatever else you've seen in the past. So if you got some value from that, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, because there will be a ton more of value coming your way in regards to pre-sale. And again, if you want to book an appointment with me, click the link below and we can talk about what options you have and the current financial situation that you're in.